Hey, Giggles, how are you? Thank you. How's everything going? Don't mind me. I'm going to eat a Twizzler. Actually, I need to go get myself a drink. Make a drink. I'll be right back. I'm going to get a drink. Thank you, Rainbow. Anybody want a Twizzler? Yeah, he reached out to you. Hoo-hoo. I was right. Yay. That's another reason why I'm having fun with doing these world prediction type things, because I'm trying to work on my clairvoyance a little bit and try to see like images come to me and stuff. And then it's been helpful because it's like been such a like obsession of mine lately that to actually use it to help activate my crown chakra, or my third eye, it's been helping, I think. I think. So let me go get a drink and I'll be right back. Hello, hello, hello. Let's see. How is everybody? So Giggles says, I used a candle, nice, and would stare at the flame. Good. And close my eyes sometimes to see images, or they would just implant in my brain all of a sudden. Oh, that's really cool. I that's what happens to me like when I feel the vision, the sight. And I've been hearing the it's funny because I think hanging out with the community also helps me. But when I've been listening to the psychics, they call it a hit. And like now I'm recognizing what that hit is. But I also kind of like get that that's so Raven feeling, where I don't know if you remember if you ever watched this show. My daughter loved this show. And it's like, your eyes suddenly get, you suddenly like time and space stand still for a moment and your eyes kind of go like, it's almost like seeing really far off into the distance or something like that. That's kind of how I feel. It's almost like I'm not seeing anything, but I'm like my eyes are resting and stretching. I don't know how to explain it, but and it's sort of my way of like letting it open, letting that the third eye open. So it's really cool. Yeah. Yeah. So the way they film her face and her eyes is kind of the way it feels, even though like I wouldn't know how to really describe what it looks like. Yeah, like a gaze. Kind of like a gaze, but also kind of like a not gaze. You know what I mean? Like a not looking, looking but not looking. Yeah, exactly. So that's exciting for you. Well, let's get to it then, Giggles and Rainbow. Are y'all ready? We can go ahead and start. Like this color is red and it looks orange with this filter. It's pretty though. Oh, or is this red? I think this is red. Oh, that I meant to use pink and I'm using red. That's the difference. I was like, why does this look different than what I was imagining? Okay, that's okay. Red's fine. Red, white, and blue. I'm so patriotic. No, that's one thing. My patriotism has not gone anywhere. I still love where I live and I love, you know, I'm proud to be an American, even if it's, and if we got challenges going on right now. I love it. I'm going to fight for it. All right. Well, Giggles. So, Rubio met your lover, Christian Soto? Yeah, Christian Soto met and Rubio met each other. All right, keep going. and and it's because Soto is a car salesman, okay? Sometimes I wonder when people just listen to the stream and they're not watching it, like, what do they think? But there's really not a whole lot to see. And we're just talking. Rubio needs a car and he helping. Tried helping Christian. I told him, like, that it's my homeboy. Okay. Please help him out. Let me do some shuffling here. Warm up the cards. I think I'm going to use this deck. The Radiance. Because Rubio has 2 kids and a baby mama drama. Right. And doesn't have a car to go to. Okay, what confuses you? Hey! Morning wherever you are, and it's evening where I am. So it's that Soto tells me he wants to live on his own and move out, and that I should do the same, but he doesn't offer me to move in with him. So I don't know if it's because he's not ready for that. And or like if he doesn't like or want that. But Rubio is offering me even though we kind of made it clear that we were friends right now. But I didn't tell him it's not that. I wouldn't give him a chance. Okay, well, let's check on Soto's choice. Soto. Hey, Divine Goddess. Let's check on Soto and see what he thinks about the whole. Oh, giggles. I just posted a reading, a daily dust for tomorrow for the 23rd, and it's about moving in together. It's about living together. It's about people living together. So it could be something that applies to you. So let's see if this has any. Yes, and everybody tap the screen. All 100 of you. Tap the screen. So let's see what's going on. Okay, well, with Christian, he has fears. He's a little bit afraid to make a move because he doesn't want to get hurt. With Soto. And but he totally would. Like, I think he's a little bit worried too about like cost of apartment and balance and you know, like what bills to take on, like if y'all would be able to balance all of that well. Like there's a lot of things he knows about you, but he doesn't know like if you would actually be a good roommate, like y'all would share your bills and all of that, if all of that would work out okay. Or how you would do that. So I think he's kind of thinking about that. And he might be a little bit embarrassed that it's not like look at it this way. So if y'all were like a couple, like married or whatever, I think he would see it as he's trying to he wants to take care of you. And in order to take care of you, he has to make enough money. But if y'all were like if y'all were just like friends living together, then you could share expenses. But I think he might be a little afraid to approach you on doing something like that. That's probably why he's thinking you should do you should move out and I should move out. Maybe he's also trying to see if y'all separately, if you can handle money, if you can handle money on your own, if he can handle money on his own, and that way y'all can see if y'all can handle money together. But the money issue, I think, is high. I also feel that's why Rubio could be an easy choice in that regard, because in a platonic situation where you're roommates with somebody, you splitting costs and stuff, and it's separate from feelings. So when you love somebody or you're it's a romantic relationship, feelings can get involved in money situations, and can make money situations more complicated. But if you're platonic and you don't do anything else, and we're just roommates and sharing expenses, then the feelings there's still going to be a little bit of feelings behind, like as far as like friendship feelings. But anyway, I think that's a major thing, pivot thing for Soto. Let me see what else. He doesn't like, okay, so he wants to make sure that what's yours is yours and what's his is his. Soto's very protective of his belongings, it feels like. He might be a little bit afraid of sharing with you. And that's different for it. Maybe he's been burnt before, like maybe somebody's stolen from him before, or taken his belongings, or never returned something or something like that. We have the six of cups, which is in reverse, which is kind of a weird position. But I feel like, yeah, because six of cups is like a memory, nostalgia, thinking about past times or past moment. And maybe if it's in reverse, it's thinking about a past girlfriend or somebody else he lived with, or and she stole his stuff or something like that. So I feel like that's Soto's issue. Like he wants to make sure that people don't, that you guys, if you're gonna like share everything, then share everything. If you're gonna be roommates, then you're gonna have to keep your stuff separate. And like the expectations, he's kind of just uncertain about the expectations. Let me see how he feels about you, himself, and the relationship. Any clues that we can get from the sentimental. So let's. He is intrigued. I think he's thinking about like, ooh, you put an idea in my head. Like he's investigating. Like this idea of y'all living together is now in his head suddenly. Even though he told you out loud, we should live on our own. You should live by yourself and I should live by myself. Responsible. It's a duty and a pleasure. But what he would love to do is be your man and take care of you, is what he would want. He would want to pay for everything and take care of you if y'all will move in together. So basically, he's thinking that y'all need to have a period of time where you take care of yourself separately, then he'll marry you, and then he'll take care of you, and you won't have to worry about expenses. He also wants to, do stuff with you, travel with you, fly me to the moon. Let's go into the unknown together. I'm ready to try new things. Like, do you trust me? So he's got certain ideas, and I also think he wants to like take charge with his ideas and he wants you to just trust him to follow where he goes and not question his ideas. Like just do, do what I'm thinking. Just follow me without, like with blind trust. Just blind trust in me. Can you have that? Blind trust in me? All right, what's next in your love life with Soto? Oops. Well, you guys are magnetized together. There's a gravitational pull to each other, of course. I think he's concerned about the other dude, Rubio. Like, I think he knows that Rubio, in your mind, is only a friend, but I think that it still annoys him a little bit. But he can tell. There's kind of I think he can tell that you have a lack of passion for Rubio. That you only see him as a friend. But then there's so much drama. So let's find out about Rubio. Like, is it Rubio? We've already looked into whether you should move in with him, and the baby mama drama seemed like a no to me last time we checked. But let's see if there's any reason now you should change your mind and move in with Rubio. Well, I feel like there's love here, and I feel like maybe if Rubio loves you, it might make it harder. And strength, Beauty and the Beast, and Wands, and Cups, Two of Cups. There's a lot of love here, and it looks like possible sex as well. And I feel like you kind of would make a good team. Like you're like the guiding light, and you help calm down his urges, like his more fierceness, and you're like the gentleness. You can help keep him calm. So let's see what's next in your situation with him. Oh, he might ask you to marry him. Well, I mean, that's weird, but if he asks you to marry him, now if he asks you to marry him, then you living with him will go to a whole different level, and your position in his life with his child and everything would be on a whole new level, and it would change the dynamic with the baby mama too. The baby mama will still be in the picture, and you still may have she still may dislike you, but if you are wife and mother, then you have a certain status, right? That's different than being roommates. I just don't think it's right to be a roommate with him and create drama, especially for the child's sake. But if you marry him, that's different. And so you have holiday. Maybe there'll be a time where y'all can spend a little time together and get to know each other before you take any big steps like this. Because it's a big step. Just think about the kids involved too, not just how you feel and how he feels, but think about the children too. Let's see what he wants to say. How he's feeling about himself, about you, or the relationship connection. He's confused too, feeling a little uncertain about what to do next. Give me a sign. And I feel like it is kind of in your ballpark. This is he's asked you a question, and actually the proposal could be just plain. Oh, the proposal and the change of scenery could be just his question. Will you move in with me? Not marriage. And if it's just moving in and not marriage, then I feel like that's not really fair to all the parties involved. It's not fair to the baby mama, and it's not fair to the baby, and it's not fair to you and him either. Like it leaves too much doubt about who you are to each other. Just it is very Aquarian for sure. It's unconventional and different, and to me, I approve of doing things in an unusual way most of the time, but so, and to be honest, when it comes to raising kids, love is all they really need. But I don't know if it's a situation that will create an disruption and unbalance, uneasiness, unhappiness with the child, or if it's something that will make him actually feel better about himself and more loved and given more attention. So it's hard to know, like, but I feel like that would be your gauge. How about when you decide, when you make your decisions about these things, think about the child, the kid, the kids, and how you think it would affect them. And that will help you, I think, big picture, what to do. Okay, giggles, did that help? Well, I hope you got that. I'm sorry. I would have liked some your feedback. I didn't see any more after that that interruption. That guy came on, whoever that was. Smash that like button. Are we still live? Oh, okay. Oh, all right. Let me read some of these. I think I had to change my filter, my chat filter. The thing is, like, I feel bad for the kiddos because they're so little and their mom is not being a mother to them. She's not even spending time with them, and I feel terrible for them. One is 5, and the other is barely gonna turn 2. The baby mama slept with somebody else, and she might be pregnant by another guy, and she might be addicted to something. I know that's a lot for me to say, but that's what's going on tonight. Yeah, I feel for the kids. And that's another thing. Like if you feel like you can be a good example and a love for them, that might be exactly what they need instead of, me with, instead of the reverse. And yes, you are right. Soto has a lot of trust issues because of all the relationships he's had, including mine, but I think I have shown him my true character already, and he's able to now trust me. But I think there's still something that he hasn't healed from the past because he brings Chris up again, and I don't know what to do in order to let things go, and it was over. So Rainbow says, okay, Rainbow, I had another dream with my dad a few nights ago, and I dreamed that I had a picture of him and wrote me in my hands and wrote me message, but I don't remember the message. Oh, it's funny because somebody that I was listening to recently had a dream like that where they had, but it wasn't a message, but they were like holding papers or documents in their hands and handing them to somebody. Anyway, but it was a political dream. So, my dad, I had a dream that I had a picture of him in my hands and wrote me and he wrote you a message, but you don't remember the message. Was it the message on the picture? He Was he trying to tell me something? Because right after that, I was dreaming of me putting pictures of a baby girl and boy in my house. And I couldn't decide if I wanted a picture of a boy or a girl. Oh, that's so good. Well, I had, before my sister got pregnant, I I had a dream of a little boy running past her, and she saying, "That's John Jr." or something like that. Um, and and then at that time I was reading a book called Conscious Dreaming. So I was learning how to go back into the dream to get more information. So that's something that you can do too. And so I went back to the scene to get more information. And when I did, a girl ran by. So in her dream, she had a little boy and a little girl. And the house, she was in a house, it was like a 2-story house, and it was called the Drury House. I was like, okay, that's weird. And then much later, like months later, Julie, my sister, lived got a new house that was really close to a motel or hotel called the Drury Inn. So it was like in that same block or that same area. And she eventually did, I mean, she had a boy and then she had a little girl. And she just has a boy and girl. So, I mean, you're totally dreaming of your family, is what I'm thinking. You're dreaming of them. Maybe in your mind you're like, who's coming first, the boy or the girl? But I think because you saw you say boy before girl, I think the boy's coming before the girl. Yeah, there was a message on the back of his picture, but I remember seeing the message, but I couldn't read it. Okay. Well, and I feel like it's more important that there was a message than what the message said. So it's like, it's like zoom out big picture. Your dad is sending you a message. Or the soul, the soul of your baby. Or it could be, it could be that one of your rainbow babies or previous soul babies could be your dad. Like souls are like that. Souls have no body, so you can't associate a soul with the body until it's born. So souls are just like they're like, I don't know, like, how do you describe a soul? It's just like vapor, and it doesn't take on it's not a personality, it's not a sex, it's nothing yet, and I mean, I think that there could be a masculine or a feminine vibe. Maybe sometimes you can feel it in the soul before it manifests into a physical form, but generally I think it's just like a nothing, at first. Yeah. So Giggles, Rainbow's dad is going to reincarnate as her baby. That's basically, I think, what's happening here for Rainbow. So let's look into this some more. All right. I'm going to just go ahead and use this deck. Spirit, what do you want to tell us about? Maybe I can channel your soul baby, your soul. What, or spirit, like, or angels, can you tell us something about this soul? You know what? I'm not going to use this deck. I think the angels want to help, so I'm going to use the angel deck. Can you tell us about this message, this message? Can you tell us about this message? I know my grandpa did with my nephew. Oh, yeah? I'm going Raven here. I'm seeing something. What am I seeing? I feel like they know each other somehow, these souls. So, in honor of my grandpa, I plan to put my last name too, to in order to extend the last name. That's sweet. Maybe your dad is trying to tell you that when you have your child, that his legacy will carry on through him. That's another way of looking at it too. Ooh, you got awakening. Pause, perspective, selflessness. Wow. And 8 of Earth, education, focus, and details. Oh, look. I got goosebumps. Okay, Rainbow. The message has to do, I think it's not a, I think it's a recipe. It's a recipe. It's the, I think what he's trying to tell you is what he told you the last time in your dream. When he said that thing about your husband, that's a very, like your husband is so important. In all of these readings, he always comes out so strong. And I think this soul is trying to tell you he's on his way, but he has to, something with your husband, right? What was it that you said? Oh, and did you do your full moon ritual? I bet you did. That was I haven't seen you guys since my birthday, and it was so nice. Like the fairies, we all held hands and like we twirled around under the full moon. It's like the most magical thing I ever did. Like I feel like I felt like I had a Peter Pan moment where I was about to fly. I was like, you know how you can be drunk sometimes without having a sip to drink. It was just quite amazing. And I yeah, so I did my full moon ritual. It was like the day after the full moon, but it was still pretty hot full moon, pretty bright. And so I feel like, the 8 of Earth or Pentacles is all about it's all about creating and skill. It's your skill. This particular person she has skills, but she also like has kind of formula, a way she's doing something. So she's following certain steps, and there could be steps of her own making, her own recipe or her own steps, but yet she has to keep referring back to it so she makes sure she doesn't miss a step. And I feel like that's the kind of message here, something about refer back to that message and don't miss a step. Refer back to that message in that dream, every dream that you've been getting, all add together. Focus on the details and look for more specifically at everything. And that's why you got to write your dreams down. Especially Pisces have to write their dreams down, but especially you, Rainbow. Okay, so let me go back a little bit. I'm playing back and forth with my chat button because I wasn't seeing chat, and then I opened it to all chat, but then that creepy chat came through, so then I had to close that chat, and then anyway, so Giggle says maybe your dad is trying to tell you, yeah. And then Rainbow says, I like that, Giggles. He did tell me in my last dream I would like to come back and reincarnate so I can finish what I started in your world. And that could be this too, like his skills, have his skills. So remember, that's important detail. Are you good? You did the ritual. Okay. Y'all tap on the screen for hearts. To give me hearts, sorry. It's kind of a fun feature. If you have like a phone, I guess you can tap on the screen. So I'm going to just like look into this real fast and see what the book says, or tell you what the angels say. So So the awakening is embracing your own uniqueness, giving to others in a balanced, healthy way, working for the higher. Oh, thank you. I love that. It's like bubbles, like heart bubbles. Working for the higher good, changing priorities, and original ideas. So this is something very, very unusual for you, I know, but it is so you. It is so you. Um, this could also be you helping somebody coming through, or somebody wants to help you. The angel message is saying things aren't always what they appear to be. Release your preconceived ideas and open your mind to allow a deeper clarity about the situation to present itself. Remember, not everything that happens to you is about you. It could be, yeah, it could be a higher reason why this is all. This could be like, you know, being a vessel for the chosen one. I mean, really. So, yeah, and it gives me kind of like a high energy. And so the 8 of Earth is it's a time of learning and honing your skills. It's about you studying things. Yeah, and it has everything to do with school, learning, growing, but every area of your life. Like it could be like just your, nurse stuff and school in that regard, but this could also really be about any topic that you thirst for knowledge more about. And it's like it could even be about dreams and a desire to go deeper into learning more about how to understand your dreams. So keep on going with what all the work that you're doing, whatever it is. But I'm also feeling like this is like like his work, like you just said, he wants to continue with his work. So the angel message is here. You are a physical body having a human experience so that you can learn. Or this could be what's happening to your, to that soul. A soul needing a physical body to have a human experience so they can learn. And yeah, I just feel like that those are the experiences you're on earth to embody. Yeah. Anyway, really interesting. Let's keep going. Yeah, it's the hanged man. So it's like this particular hanged man is not hanging from anything. This particular hanged man is floating. Like he's not tied to anything. Like he could go in any direction he wants to. There is no such thing as time. The time is not running out. Time is relative. There's also like a slowing up of things. And okay, guys, Mercury's going retrograde. Just warning, but it's not a bad warning because I feel like this Mercury retrograde is quite a good one. Things are slowing down. Like it feels slower. Uh, main I don't know. Energetically, it feels slower. And then by the 25th, Mercury's station, so it's almost like it's standing still, which it's not, but it's this feeling of standing still. And then it'll go backwards. And when it goes backwards, it's like readdressing a lot of things. And I don't know why, uh, Rainbow, but I feel like Mercury retrograde is a great time to get pregnant, or specifically the day it's stationed where nothing is moving and everything is still. When things are moving, it's hard to like make contact. Make contact like the shuttle to the ship when they're both moving. But if they were still, it's like an easy contact. So something like that, like an easy contact because everything is still kind of energy. But yeah, let me keep looking. Yes, divine goddess, exactly, to experience this world again. Yeah, and it's almost like he's falling from the sky. It's like he's coming down to earth from the sky. Yeah. And awakening's like feels like a reborn energy. You normally the word awakening is not used for the hanged man. It's more used for the judgment card, the birth and birth card or the life and death card. Well, it's not really death, but okay. Look at this one. You got the dreamer. Beginning, believing, protected. I never see this card. This is the Fool, but it never comes out. I've never seen it. So your dream is so profound. Ace of Water. This is like your love. This is emotions, relationships, and your intuition. Your higher intuition, and there's your baby. And also it's kind of interesting. Angel is kind of like a 20-something-year-old man, right? It's like a mature man and coming in, and it just represents the soul. So the dreamer, never see that one. It's beautiful. All right. Listen to this. Now, this is the moment you have been waiting for. This is a joyful time of new beginnings when you can make bold changes in your life. Like a butterfly fluttering across a meadow, your dreams are beckoning for you to chase after them. Like literally. Like, okay, Spirit is so funny when they talk to us, but like sayings that we'll say something like, it's a dream come true. That's a dream come true. If you and so your soul, your baby soul appears to you in a dream, and it's the whole thing is trying to tell you it's a dream it's going to be a dream come true. You know what I mean? It's like a message within a message within a message, because dreams are messages, they're like, and there's a message inside the message. And then when you just talk about it casually, you say it's a dream come true. And then you're like, oh, I just had a dream and maybe it'll come true. So yeah. I don't know why it's freaking me out a little bit. I feel like it feels sort of Inception to me, like so many layers to this idea of dreams and what they mean to us and how we talk about dreams. Just zoom out a little bit from the actual dream and just ponder the fact that you had a dream, and ponder the dream as a in a whole, not just the details of the dream, but just a dream, this is your dream. You know what I mean? Does that make any sense, Rainbow? Because I'm like freaking out. Sometimes we have such a practical, matter of fact ideas and thoughts about everything that happens to our lives, but we don't always go big picture and like look at it in a miraculous way, like, I don't know. Okay, so like a butterfly fluttering across the meadow, your dreams are beckoning for you to chase after them. Lay down your fears, concerns, or uncertainties and embrace the unending possibilities available to you at this time. That's normally what people say about dreams, Go for it, no dream is too big and keep going for it and stuff like that. But then when you think about what people are saying when they say stuff like that, you're like, when you break it down, it just sounds, sometimes you can make it sound different in your head. This could also represent, an unexpected opportunity. It's a sign from source and your guardian angels. And yeah. And the angels are saying, we are very excited to be with you on this journey. We will keep you safe and guide you as you take this leap of faith. This is knowing all things are possible, childlike wonder, having faith in your inner guidance, releasing anything that holds you back, going after your most heartfelt desires, and loving life. Very sweet. Oh, You said my dad's heavenly birthday is next week, and I'm supposed to get my menstrual week of his birthday. So I'm hoping for no menstrual, and hopefully I got pregnant. Yay! I hope so too. Oh, I hope so so much. I throw you so much baby energy. You wouldn't believe it. So the Ace of Water is something new is stirring in your belly, no, in your heart. It may be it could be, of course, this is something new stirring. So, and new intuitive experiences, information from your angels too coming down. Um, oh, so that's a message from it's, message from your dad. It's a message from soul babies. It's a message from your angels. But these messages about emotional situations. So to see our hearts soar knowing that your own heart will be filled with happiness. If you are scared because of past emotional wounds, know that we are here to help and heal that. This is, this is just like love. Good. Well, I am sending it to you. All right, so speaking of baby energy, let's see if they have anything to say. Let's get some messages from them. I kind of see them as like a little chorus of cherubs. Like little cherubs wanting to speak. There's a lake like 10 minutes away from me. Oh. Oh, really? Stop stressing out about everything. Things will be fine. I'm excited to learn more about my family history and culture. That Ace of Water reminded me of that. Maybe if you go near that lake and maybe even make a wish, water reflections, you will get more intuitive hits about this. Yeah, that's a good idea. Like Giggles stares into a flame, you can stare into the water, especially you being a water sign. You could stare into the lake and see if you get any hits. I've been hearing that phrase a lot. Psychic hits. Okay. Oh, can you sing me a lullaby? I love hearing your voice. So definitely, yeah. Speak. Hi, Vic. That girl is definitely protected and guided by the spirit. Yes, she is. And this one is too. There's another little baby. Protected and guided. Oh. Mommy and Daddy, you are a great person. I already feel the love you have for me. I hope you can feel mine too. Whee. Life is about to get so much better. Don't lose your faith. Oh, you are having a little boy. I am always with you. My love will always surround you. I'm so grateful that you can call me your baby. And your baby signed it, baby. Hey, Cheryl. All right. One last thing. Let's see if we get anything from I brought to the Energy Oracle. Maybe the Energy Oracle can say something. Thank you. You guys push the tap on the screen and send me those lovely hearts. I've never felt more ready than ever to. I feel it too. Like, I feel your readiness, Rainbow. I don't feel any walls, anything in the way anymore. Like I did before, but I don't know. I don't feel it anymore. I feel like you're really ready. Thank you, Cheryl. Ooh, you got the appreciation card. So this is a very nice one. And this is nice garden feels and this is spirit. Spirit kind I'm getting goosebumps. Oh, I feel like you're ready and I feel like spirit sees you as being ready because spirit sees your gratitude now like that you've been through a lot but you still have a lot of you still are such a positive, optimistic, full of faith person, and maybe your faith was tried a lot, but I feel like your faith is going to be rewarded. So this card shows a woman holding a single rose, and she enjoys the scent and the beauty of the single blossom. Yet around and behind her are bramble bushes. She could be focusing on those, worried that she might get caught up in the prickly branches of the difficulty, but instead, she's pausing to experience the blessing of the single flower. The sun is breaking through the clouds, shining on her choice and on the tiny buds awaiting to open up. This card is telling you that you have much to be grateful for, and like the flowering bushes behind the woman on the card, there's more to come that you can't even see. So it's like, something is blooming. Congratulate yourself for every moment that you choose appreciation. This decision shifts your consciousness from lack to value, and it's guaranteed to bring more worth and richness of life to you. So I think this is spirit saying, congratulations, you are congratulations, you are, you've come to a point where you're ready now. Thanks so much for reading, Cherry. You're definitely a blessing in my life. I appreciate your guidance. I can't thank you enough for your kindness. Well, I appreciate you. Thank you for your appreciation. I love our mutual love admiration society. Oh, so nice. You give me such good vibes and goosebumps and I'm so excited for you. I'm so happy for you. I can't wait. Can't wait to the moment. I'm going to burst into tears. I already feel it right now. I feel it, that moment where you're going to be able to tell me, and I'm so excited. Anyway, so good luck, honey, and you just keep your faith like you've been doing. I'm so proud of you for being so faithful. And that was your big challenge, right? To stay in faith, and you're doing it. I'm so proud of you. Spirit baby's messages got all twisted. I had a wonderful birthday. It was very magical. It was very nice. I made some friends. And those people that I gave readings to, they were like, Well, I made this one girl cry. I didn't mean to, but we were all crying together, I guess. No, I appreciate such. I mean, I just feel so. I feel so lucky to have found more kindreds, and that's what I feel happy about. My life is full of people like me now. Instead of feeling like an oddball, I feel like, hey, I'm in a world full of people just like me. That feels nice. I sure will. Okay. So let me we'll add Cheryl. Okay. All right. I'm going to stretch a little and sip on my drink a little bit more. And in reference to that person who like they said free Palestine or whatever, I'm totally for, anti-war. Everybody, all hostages go back home, let's have peace and all of that. But yeah, I really don't want, I didn't want to get into that tonight. I just wanted to get connected with you guys again. That's all. I just wanted it to be me and you and the sparkles of light energy. That's all. Okay, spirit messages. Freestyle. Let's see. What shall we? I'll use this deck. I'm so happy to have gotten my liquid sage now. Freshen up this space. Ah, that's better. Maybe I'll do a little ritual, water and fire ritual here. Little Santo. I don't know why I can't pronounce it. It smells good too. The other psychic lady sitting next to me, She had this going, and it smelled like home. I was like, oh, it feels like it's such a familiar scent. All right. Now I feel better. It smells so good. This kind, like, some sage smells weird, but the Palo Santo, it smells the best. Like, if you, as far as smells go, it smells really good. And the liquid sage smells really nice too. It's kind of similar smell, but it's like in liquid form. It's kind of funny when you smell the same thing in water and fire, but it's like different but the same. There you go. I feel like a nice fire and water balance suddenly. I need a little air. Like, what can be my air? And earth. Here's my earth. Seashells. Here's my seashells, earth. And here I get my... Here's my air. I lost the little hooks for the other fairies. There we go. So now I have all elements present. Actually, I can even burn a little candle there in it. Let's see if I can do that. And it will turn my little fairies. I feel so spiritual now. Okay. So, Divine Goddess, freestyle. What does Spirit want to tell you? Ooh, you got the sun. The sun is shining. It's good luck, clarity, joy, happiness, cheer. I'm also picking up on, we're going into Mercury retrograde, and sometimes we worry a little bit, but I just wanted to tell y'all collectively, I think this could be a very beneficial retrograde where it goes back and looks into the details of things that we might have missed before, but I don't think in a very abrupt, disruptive way that creates havoc or anything. I think it does it in a very focused, gentle way that just helps us to see things that we missed the first time around, and things that it's just kind of like, correcting a paper that you wrote or something like that. So it's going to be a little bit like that to me. And so the sun feels like clarity, like seeing things in a bright way. something you might have missed before, and now that you see more of it. Um, does it feel cozy and warm? I love winters for this too. Yeah, me too. My guy Pisces also, and he also loves winters, and that's why we're going in the mountains. Nice. And I don't know when you're leaving, but tomorrow, the daily dust that I put out today for tomorrow has a nice cozy energy to it. So it's a good message for lovers too, I think. And I realized I haven't been doing my this weekend readings, and I usually do them on Thursdays, and I didn't do that yesterday. And now it's already Friday, and I feel like to do it on Saturday, it's already too late. So I'm gonna have to try to remember to add that. I'm like put an alarm on my clock or something for Thursdays to do that, so I don't forget. Alrighty. So we have the Hanged Man, a time of pause and reflection and looking at things in a fun way, fun new way, outside the box, thinking outside the box. The Three of Pentacles is being creative and and people very like enjoying the things that you're doing, like you're showing something to people, something creative that you're doing that you like. It could also like in my deck, the Three of Pentacles is a rendezvous, which makes me feel like I'm going to get my deck, but I'm going to keep the Sun here. I feel like, I don't know why, but that was a sign for me to use my deck. Oh yeah, and remind me sometime, I want to use the Duloc deck on you too, because that's a very sweet romantic one. Love you too. I got even prettier rocks. Earth. I got geodes. Maybe I should use these instead for my decorations. My rocks. There you go. Whoa, that was fast. Ooh, you got the Six of Cups. Ooh, Queen of Cups. You're getting lots of love here. This is also like a lot of peeking, like taking a look at things. Like peeking on each other, checking in on each other. Also Four of Pentacles is like keeping an eye on your finances, and so not to go too overboard when it comes to spending, but nothing to worry about. I feel like you have a good savings, and so you've been saving wisely, and everything looking good in that department. And the sun shines on everything, so no worries there. Let's see. Nine of Swords. I feel like this is in this deck particularly, it's a very sweet card because it's like Nine of Swords can sometimes be that feeling like, oh, sometimes anxiety or getting stressed out or not being able to sleep so good or whatever. Or if you're not feeling good, like if you're under the weather or if you have your period or something like that, like your partner's going to take care of you during those times. Like if you're really sick, then he'll call the ambulance and help you or whatever. Like I feel like this is somebody looking out for somebody who's not feeling well, and emergent, like help is on the way. It doesn't have to be an emergency situation. It could be any, level of something mundane, very simple, to something a little more serious. But what it represents to me is that it kind of that I got your back kind of energy, like no matter how you feel, I'm going to be there for you. And so it kind of gives me like he'll be the kind of guy that makes you a bubble bath, or the kind of guy that will put on some tea if you're not feeling good, or that will fill a hot water bottle, like if we even do that anymore these days, or a heating pad, or somebody who will like look out for like just the little things, or if you just, if you like how some I just keep hearing period. Like if you're on your period and you just want to eat chocolate or ice cream or something, he would be like the first one to be buy you big bucket of chocolate or something. Whatever is your indulgence, whenever you need that little special something, then he's always there for you. So I feel like that's well, even through the tough times. So, don't worry. The towers happen sometimes, and tower moments cannot happen in a way where you can see who your true friends are when something serious happens, But even if it doesn't happen, I feel like sometimes when the tower comes through, it's like these two things together kind of give me outside energy. Like, say, for instance, you're traveling with him and you are doing, like, you're going to go on a mountain, whatever, that's fine. Um, but like say you traveled somewhere where there was a volcano and a volcano erupted, then he would be like quick to know what to do or how to, he'd be quick to take care of you, make sure you're safe and everything. I feel like that's kind of what this is about. Like no matter what happens, he will be sure to help and take care of you in a moment's notice. It's interesting. The lady that I worked with the fairy festival, Selena, her husband, twin flame, said something like that too. Like, um, no matter what happens, if you ever need an oh, I know it was they were evacuating from because it was a hurricane or something, and they were stuck on I-45 and couldn't get off of it. And he's like, you know what? We're not gonna sit here in traffic. We're gonna find back roads and we're gonna, get out of here in a different way. I'm not gonna just like sit here with you stuck because I don't, want this to happen. I don't want anything to happen to us. And he said something like he's military or whatever, and like he said something that made her feel so reassured, that he's the man and he's like, you know, uh, he's on it, action oriented, protector, all of that. We really look for that from the masculine, right? And we certainly have it for ourselves as women. We can find it within ourselves. We don't need the man to get provide it for us, but it sure is nice when we don't have to, when we have that partner that can help us with those things. Feels nice. All right, and I knew the other sun was going to come out again. The sun will come out tomorrow, so you gotta hang on till tomorrow. Yeah, so no worries. The sun is always going to shine for you guys, always. All right, so let me go back and see what you said because some of the chat got knocked off. Oh, okay. And Cheryl said the pictures of the birthday were pretty. Yeah. And it smells good. I love candles. I love winters. My guy Pisces, he's also loves winters. Oh, we love you. Oh, what's that about? Oh, in that case, I'm more trained. I am trained in first aid training. That's good. So y'all take care of each other. And also done disaster management course with a degree from International Federation of the Red Cross and Red Crescent Societies. Well, that's good. So yeah, if you have that within yourself, that's always good. But it's nice to rely on somebody else too. But you know, if you are the one that has his back, that's good. That's fine. Like there'll be times when you need, you know, he needs to be that guy, and sometimes where you need to be that guy. But the sun coming out basically says nothing to worry about. Everything looks bright and sunny. It could be some bad weather, maybe something. Mercury goes into retrograde, so you know sometimes communications can be funny and foggy, and things can occur. Just saying. December is a very interesting outer world month. Let's just put it that way, you guys. It's going to be really interesting. Very interesting. And it may barely affect us, but it could affect us a little bit. I mean, you know, and Mercury retrograde definitely will affect us a little bit. So just keep those things on your mind and just be, you know, take those precautions that we always do. It's like when Mercury goes into retrograde, we know that we don't sign any big documents and we don't make any hasty moves. And we do a lot of meditating and we find blessings, and we do a lot of things that start with re, like, you know, like, I don't know, like go find some go antiquing. I don't know, things that are that start with re, or that has to do with the past or old things, or getting reacquainted or whatever. Those are always good things to do. And being very, you know, and then crossing T's and dotting I's like crazy, being very meticulous and very careful about paperwork and computers and cars. And then that's it really. Then you got it made. And it just, you know, like when there's times where you just feel sort of careless, you don't think about things so much. When in Mercury retrograde, just kind of put a little extra thought into things, and leave the house a little extra early, things like that. But will help you get through it a little easier, I think. Um, and and not jumping to conclusions, and keeping lines of communication open, especially with people that you love, and giving them the benefit of the doubt even a little bit more during retrograde. And let's see what else. And so, like in world events, you know, like whenever we have hurricanes or storms or natural disasters, mudslides, earthquakes, things like that, you know, we if you know like what kind of things to face in your world, like if you live in Texas or the Gulf Coast, you know that to have some supplies. Make sure you have plenty of batteries and water and stuff just in case something happens, right? Well, that's kind of the time of year right now. I mean, it is a time for celebrating with family and things like that, but it's also important to know that you have certain supplies in place in case you need it. That's all. That's all. And yeah. So yeah. And you've done all your training, and so you feel confident that you would know how to manage in certain situations. And that's good. So let's see more about the love situation here. Ooh, a rendezvous. Is somebody going to the mountains? And I think y'all are going to have sex. And a private getaway for two is calling you. It's important to not like think too much about the past. Don't let it get in the way. Oh. So wedding bells are ringing. I feel like your experience together is even gonna bring you closer together, and he's definitely gonna want to marry you by the time everything is. But by the end of the date, he's definitely gonna want to marry you. So seems like a beautiful win-win to me. So let's get a few charms. I shouldn't say date before the end of the trip. By the end of the trip, by the top of the mountain, he will want to marry you. Ooh, okay. So this is not a marble. This is a crystal ball. This is like you being able to see into your own future. Not only are you skilled in first aid, you're also skilled clairvoyant. You're skilled at seeing into the future. Oh my goodness. Look at this. You got two strings. You have the red thread and then just a regular thread. Something to bring along with you is rope because you might need it. I don't know why, but you might need it. All right. Wow. Let a wow stuff. Sky. Oh, a wow sky. I'm feeling like let the wow of the sky just sort of fill you. Oh, look at that. And you got your little spiritual Buddha guy, and you've got the ship the is this a submarine? Oh my goodness, you guys. There's news having to do with water, cables, submarines, Russia. So I'm just saying outer world stuff might get a little funny. And next month, maybe next month. And the only reason why I say that is because we've got Star Wars here, and we have both the TIE fighter and the X-wing fighter. And so here's the X-wing fighter going pew 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 pew, like trying to do good. These are the good guys. At least that's the way we see them, right? They're the Rebel Alliance. They're the good guys, and this is the Empire. They're the bad guys. Darth Vader. Pew 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 pew. And so, yeah, some kind of battle that may not be affecting you directly, but I feel like, you know, these could be the good guys could be the winners, right? The good guys are the winners. It all balances out because this is how the end of your reading is. It begins and ends with the sun, which means it's happily ever after. It's happiness and joy. You also got marriage, so it's happiness. Wow. What's happening? What's gonna happen? It's gonna be very interesting, very, very, very big exploration. A lot of wow involved. Could be tying the knot. You could be getting married at the top of the mountain. Or some kind of ritual. Oh, like hand fasting, where you tie a cloth around your wrist, like in the pagan way of marrying. It's like binding two people together. Sort of symbolic. You could be doing something symbolic and then later do something for real. But it feels sort of like that. And maybe if you decide that you want to have a physical, you want to have sex together, then you might feel like, well, maybe we should get married before we have sex. And then he'll say, well, let's get married. And then you either actually get married or you do sort of a symbolic marriage and then you have sex. So there you go. Is that too much information for everybody to know? All right, so here we go with my, I'm sorry, changing back and forth with my, okay. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I missed all your messages. Let's see. Yes, yes. Yes, do you feel he could maybe give me a ring? I claim it. Wow, that's unique. For what? Oh, I was earlier working for a shipping company. Interesting. What's that going on? And my charms. Yay, good guys win. I'm curious about ropes, about those strings. Ooh, like in the nature. Maybe angels would do that for us when we go to the forest. We we have our kiss in the forest. Okay, good. I'm glad you claim it. Claim it, girl. This all together, this makes me think of this card. Let me show you. I need to make a small version of this deck. Oh yeah, because then I have to add some more if I do that. But I will. This one. This is similar. It's like the tower in a way, but it's like it's like the tower and this one together. So like no matter what happens, y'all are in this together, and it's like I got you energy. So the storm in my fairy forecast deck is saying this. It's saying a little bit of turbulence could be in your life, but not directly affecting you. You will keep upright with the help of friends. Community and team efforts will help you get through this. The security within your relationship can weather any storm. That's what it means. Y'all are so good together, you can weather any storm. Okay. Could be. Yeah, could be the weather. Weather. Maybe it's what he's going through from past few months. Maybe. Hi, Cheryl. Aw, he lost his grandma. And in September, he lost his father. Oh, no. Yeah, I lost my dad and my grandmother pretty close with, and my great aunt. They all within a few years of each other. It's rough. It was hard. Oh, I'm sorry about that. We're gonna get some fire. Make it smell good for you too, Cheryl. Ooh, nice. It certainly could be. All it's really saying is what y'all will take care of each other no matter what happens. Like you're there for him emotionally and spiritually too, but also physically if you know, oh, it's you know what that is? You know what it is, Sonny? I'll tell you what it is. It's vows. It's vows. I'm sorry to interrupt, Cheryl, but just real quick, let me finish this thought, and then then Divine Goddess, I'm gonna go to Cheryl, okay? But the thought is this: when you say your wedding vows, you say, "In sickness and in health, till death do us part." So I feel like vows, those vows are gonna be serious. Like you're not gonna just say them frivolously. You mean them, no matter what, in sickness or in health. You're together, and you'll look out for each other. Okay. Okay. Oh, you have your dragon's blood lit. I have some. Oh, that's so funny that you say that because oh, I had dragon's blood hand sanitizer, or was it dragon's blood? It was vampire's blood. Hand sanitizer at the fairy festival. This one is Bridgerton. It smells so good. Wisteria Garden. Okay. Let's get some more air going. Is that where you need balance? Is in the air energy? All right, Cheryl. Sure, Giggles, but let me do Cheryl first. I'm looking for it, Cheryl. Let's see. I've been having to go back and forth so much with my chat that I might have lost it. Oh wait, here it is. Hi, Cherry. I'm wondering if I'll be able to get my own routine back and balance soon with support at home and new gym options for my interests. Very good. Well, I know how you feel. Like I feel a little off balance myself. I would like to get back in balance. I was starting a really good regimen and now I feel like I'm messing up again. So let's see. Sometimes these like planetary shifts and lunar shifts and all kinds of shifts knock us off course a little bit. Let's see if we're going to get back on course where you are. I love the hearts. Thank you. Ooh, yes. Look at you starting off with the star. Right away, it's healing, it's recovery, it's hopes and dreams coming true, desires and wishes, what you want for yourself. It does have a kind of a balanced energy. It's like on the ground and in the water. You know, it's like providing. It's like being able to provide rejuvenation both on earth and sea, or like this, or two parts, you know. And the star is like a guiding light too. All right, so you have the Seven of Cups and Six of Pentacles. So it feels like with the Seven of Cups, you're gonna have some choices to make, which is really good. Like, you know, there may be more than one option as far as also it may also feel a little bit overwhelming, like a sense of like, oh, I have so much I can do, and now which do I do first, you know, kind of energy, or where do I go first, or which part of this process do I need to look at first. But I feel like also the Seven of Cups can also be a good, it's almost like looking at a directory or something. Oh, you know what I'm seeing suddenly? I'm seeing a lobby with a list of people's names and like suite 200, and going on the second floor to the to suite 200. Like not, maybe not specifically that, but like not specifically 200, but something like that, you know, where there's a list and there's all these different people's names and the suite number that goes with them, and then you go to their place. um, and so I feel like choices, and but mostly good choices, like, you know, like not choosing, not having to choose a less, or not having to settle for something that's not good. You're going to have a choice of good and good and good and great and amazing and pretty darn good, you know, like everything is at least an would rate a B or above, you know, above average choices. So it's like you don't have to settle for anything that's not, doesn't meet your requirements. And then the Six of Pentacles gives me like transaction. So you actually, it does look like you're going to find somebody that you like, and you're going to make a deal with them, and it's going to be a good deal. It's going to be beneficial to you. It'll be fair, I think. It'll be fair. So it's a good money deal. Now, if this happens during Mercury retrograde, just be aware, you know, to make sure you make, that you pay real close attention to all the fine detail and stuff like that. But I feel like don't be afraid if it happens during Mercury retrograde, because to me, that doesn't, it's not necessarily going to be a reason for anything to go wrong. In fact, you know, so many of your transactions happen during direct, you know, astrological energies. I feel like maybe retrograde is kind of like, it's kind of like universe saying, let's write this, let's correct this, let's go back to a time where this is where you had these choices, and now you're going to get something better than you had before. So something like that, like a destiny energy, Wheel of Fortune energy. You have the High Priestess. Ooh, look at the star card in the High Priestess. It's very like empowerment woman energy here. And the High Priestess is your own intuition, so you'll be able to use that and get what you want using your own intuition. So your intuition will guide you very easily in your choice. And so don't question yourself, like really, like if you feel that tingly feeling, or you just have that knowing feeling, go with that. Don't question yourself. Or, and also if you have that sinking feeling or sickly feeling, think about that a little bit more before you, like if it doesn't feel right, don't go with it. Like really get in touch with your body's reaction. But look at this. You have the Nine of Cups. This is the sitting pretty card. I mean, yeah. Well, it's another wish card and dreams coming true and feeling great and feeling really good about your choices here. And you have the Four of Swords, which is also like it kind of ties into the High Priestess, like meditation and rest and use and intuition and visualizing and seeing it before it actually happens and just really being, you know, like you're really ready because you feel it's like you feel you kind of got an energy like rainbow except for a different in a different way, you know. Like you feel really like feel very confident in yourself. You know, you feel very confident in your intuition and your in the way you are making choices and in the next moves that you're going to make. But don't forget to like I feel like the Four of Swords represents your ability, certainly rest period times, you know, like getting plenty of sleep and then getting plenty of times during the day where you take breaks and check in on yourself and take yeah, just take breaks and rest if when you need them. Like don't push yourself too hard and go the whole time. Do make sure you take those times, those little timeouts, and also you know. um but this is back, this is kind of like ties into your intuition. A lot of your will be, uh, will come out through dreams and things like that. So, you know, keep an eye on your dreams and visions too. Like I feel like you're see, that's another thing. My clairvoyance is starting to get a little bit tingly or stronger lately, and I think yours is too. And so but you also because you're empathic and when your psychic abilities strengthen, I feel like you need more sleep and more rest to rest in between those like those hits and those strong energies. Especially like right now you're in a period of like an in-between phase, but once all this stuff comes through when you get your new aid and you get more active in your world, in your life, um you're going to have to figure out how to balance everything. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely I don't know what I'm trying to say. Uh Intuitives and especially empaths need a lot of rest. And you know you need that hermit stuff energy where you separate yourself from people once in a while too. Okay. So let's see. I'm going to let this be kind of about Jim or whatever else may come about. Oh, and the Daily Dust today, Cheryl I had a little bit about the gym in it, and it was pretty good. It was a pretty good message too, I think. Yeah. Oh, if it applies to you, then it'll be like you'll find a small little gym where it'll be like and you'll find like maybe even a trainer one on one. I feel like you already have a gym though, but anyway, let's see. Okay, let's see. Okay, got the cross. And the book. Something like the cross and the book together kind of makes me think of what is that what is that on TikTok that you say he's a person, something like that. Ah, you got the house too, the little house. I really feel like your TikTok stuff, I feel like this represents that, the stuff that you're doing from home. So the book and the cross make me think of burden. The cross is burden, and I when I think of burden, I not to be like, but I think of the work that you have to do. It's a blessing and a burden, right? It's like the work that you have to do with Nikki is hard work, right? And it's a bit of a burden. And you wrote about it. You wrote about this hard road that you've had to lead or do. And you're like every day you're in it. You're like, you need your rest. Definitely need your rest. You're every day in this, this energy all the time. There's no break for you. Really. I mean, you need mommy's day out. Um and but the house, okay, so the house in the daily dust, house generally means small building. It doesn't necessarily have to mean like your own house, but it can, right? This can be your house and like you doing work from your house. But it can also represent small buildings, like so a small gym or a small place. Um this can also be like a small church or chapel, like a place where you get spiritual energy from. So I don't know, like even if you're not religious, I feel like it's possible that this could be beneficial. A sort of a small. I mean, it feels like you got the Bible and the cross right here, and the church can represent. I mean, the house can represent a little church, a little, and this, the stained glass here is kind of like a church stained glass. So that's one idea, but I mean, I feel like this is something that you can provide yourself too, like some kind of haven where you can rest and reconnect with spirit. But also, I'm also getting a hit that your TikTok videos are anything that any subject matter that you've written about is important, and people will listen to it and people want to know about it, like they really do. Like you may not realize it, maybe start off slow, but I feel like spirit says stay consistent with this and don't, it doesn't matter even if you just touch one person's life. That's one person more than, you know what I'm saying? Like your ripple effects, they could be small now, but you never know how big they will grow. And so keep on with your messages. I think that's important. Okay, let's see what the energy oracle has to say. Yes, I stand. I'm working on it every day. Very good. And I know how you, like lately you feel like you didn't want to write any more books, or that, or you're feeling a little burnt out about the books. And I get that, but I still, I feel like there's just other ways, like you can take messages from the book. You can make, you can do smaller like pamphlets from certain segments of the book. You know what I mean? Or somehow from different books you can. It's almost like you can. You know how like yeah, books turn into screenplays, or books turn into miniseries, or like one book can turn into a pre-story or a sequel, sometimes. Okay, let's see what spirit wants to say overall. Okay, so we've got the fifth chakra, Archangel Gabriel. So this is about your voice and speaking your truth. And so that's your main focus from spirit. Message from spirit is this is your self-expression and speaking your truth. So Gabriel holds his trumpet in one hand and the beautiful orb of blue light in the other. And he's sending personal energy to your throat chakra and acknowledging your power and to communicate and your readiness to do so. And he is talking about truthful expression, both with yourself and others. And he's here to tell you that your soul is longing for you to do more and take a leap, something bigger, greater, or brighter. Be aware that true communication includes how you speak to yourself as well. So never deny your profound integral value. Speak up for yourself, write in a journal, let your words flow. Now is the time to express yourself freely and fully, and the universe always honors your choice to do so. This can also mean a communication project of some sort is coming out soon, or a heightened time of communication with spirit and telepathy with others as well. And your affirmation is, my throat chakra is open to its perfect healthy state, spinning with the beautiful energy of freedom and self-empowerment. I am free to express myself in every way. Mm. So that being said, is there any question that you have? Anything extra? Do you want a little love life card? What's next in love or anything? Or you want another card in any area that we've touched upon? You're working on something unbelievable, really? That's exciting. All right, well, let's see what's coming next in love. Ooh, we got falling love at the bottom. Bonding. So as you get to know each other, you discover many things in common. So somebody might be coming through that you get to know a little bit better. And a memento, a gift from someone special. So there could be a gift involved in this new person, this meeting of somebody and getting to know somebody. I often see like this could be like a date and going to a fair and him winning a prize for you and you take it. It's like a big teddy bear and you just sit it on a shelf or chair or a pillow or something like that. I see stuff like that with this card in particular. But this is also good. I mean, it's kind of sexy looking, but it doesn't have to be. It could be just, really easygoing connection with somebody, you know, and feels good. You're getting to know each other more. I'm curious now what this something unbelievable is. You have to email me and tell me all about it. All right. Okay, great. Really like this one. And he's pretty darn cute. Like, maybe you'll meet somebody that has nice looks. What I love, like, nice cheekbones. That's good. I'm glad. That's what I'm here for. I want to help reassure you guys and I realized I was thinking about it a little bit tonight. I was thinking, there's a couple things I like to do when I do readings, and one of them is definitely to uplift, right? And to help you guys visualize the best possible outcome. So that's my main goal, really. My main goal is to help you guys, light your path, visualize the best outcomes, see the possibilities and all of that. Um, I had the whole outer world thing is kind of more of a self-indulgent, honestly. And if you're interested in it, same as me, that's great. But I realize not everybody is sees wants to see that too. And so tonight I really felt really attached to you guys. Like I really wanted to to help light the path again for you guys. Because I feel like that is my main mission here. It is to help you see that path to your best future. And I love you all, and thank you all so much for being here. Until the next time we meet, I'll see you again on Tuesday. I should be back into the regular swing of things. I just felt like, after Monday, Sunday and Monday were both rainy days, and I was driving, and they were really kind of long days. So I was pretty tuckered out by Tuesday after also working Saturday night pretty late and not getting to bed very early. So yeah, I just felt like I needed a day as well. And thank you. And thank you for the likes. And thank you for the follows. And thank you for the subs. And thank you for the hearts. I love the hearts. Oh, yes. And giggles. Yes. One more question, of course. Sorry. I forgot. No, I still have a little bit of juice left in me. I will get to yours. Yes. That's okay. I feel like I could do it. If you just give me a few more hearts, totally can do it. Oh, you don't have to give me a whole nother $10. Thank you, honey. Well, I snuffed it out. Thank you, honey. So sweet. All right, giggles. So what is your follow-up question? Oh, it booted you out? Well, I appreciate I like the Cash App, I sure do, but this way I get paid once a month from YouTube, and it's a nice little chunk, and I appreciate it. And I thank you all for that. I really do. Helps pay the bills. Really does. If whenever you guys cash at me, it's kind of nice to have like a little change to get a little lunch or coffee or something like that. That's always helpful too. Or like if I'm just, if sometimes I'm like stuck without gas money or something like that, it's always nice to have that. All right, here we go. So, do I think that Soto is in denial of the connection and Rubio is supporting me or trying to deviate me, or what do you think? So, do I think that Rubio is trying to do you think this is like he knows about Soto and he's trying to deviate from your path with Soto? Is that what you think might be happening? Let's see. Yeah, okay. I gotcha, I gotcha. Okay, let's use the Lenormand for this one. So, we're going to say that if Rubio is trying to deviate your path from oh, you know what your reading could be? Your reading could be that second chapter in the Daily Dust, because there is a path and there is a fox. Okay, let's see. Is Rubio trying to deviate from the path? So in this scenario, Rubio will be either the snake or the fox. If either one of those comes out, we'll see that as Rubio. And if the man comes out, that represents Soto. And if the woman comes out, that represents you. And if the child comes out, it represents Rubio's kids. Because he wants to meet my brother and family and my lover, which they kind of did on the phone. Okay. Well, that sounds kind of like a lot of interest in you, I have to say. So let's see what Spirit wants to tell us about this. Okay, lilies. Lilies has to do with age and winter and older people. And it has to do with, if it's a person, it has to do with like a wise man, like a guru or grandpa, or yeah, a wise person. If it has to do with season, it's winter. If it has to do with timing, it's a long time. If it has to do with Rubio, the lilies has two aspects to it. One is innocence and one is sex. So sometimes also the lilies represent sexual energy. And then the mice is about taking you're right. He wants to, I don't see Rubio yet, but there is this energy of wanting to take something away, because that's what the mice are. The mice are taking away, chewing at something, destroying it, or the lilies could represent the purity of your relationship with Soto, or yeah. Let me just go through all the words that the lilies. Lilies is a tricky one. It also kind of feels like a divine relationship. So like it's holy. Not just a lover, but it's like a special one. So it represents aging, wisdom, contentment, doctor. Could be like he wants to take away your contentment. Doctor, family, father, frost, gestation, quiet, grandparents, peace. He could be, this is peace, harmony, maturity, morality, patron, purity, relatives, retirement, serenity, snow, winter, sexuality, support. Okay. That you'll get pregnant. Well, are you having, you better not be doing anything with Rubio. That you should and probably will get pregnant with whom? There's hope here. The bear is like the boss. The big guy. Coffin. The, the coffin looks a lot like the four of swords in the tarot. The four of swords in the tarot definitely is rest and meditation, but the coffin is a little bit it could represent something a little bit more serious. Like it also can be rest and relaxation in like a gestation period, but it could also be like not feeling well or something. Well, the dog represents your soulmate. Oh, yes. Rubio is trying to come between you and Soto. Yes. And he might be putting ideas in your mind, which kind of like can create kind of a confusion with you. And the hope that you have here is with the bear and maybe with the dog too. So the dog and the bear could be one and the same. The bear represents safe, protective energy, which may not be what Rubio is. Like even though Rubio may be presenting himself as safe and protective energy, he may not be that person. He may be a little overbearing. He wants to know too much or be too involved in your life. My mom even tried to show me a video of a stepmommy. My mom hates Soto, by the way. So your mom's trying to convince you that Rubio's a better choice. I I mean, I feel like well, oh, and then the man is at the bottom. So we're gonna say that I got an idea. Well, there's not too good looking. We're gonna say that the bear is. No, we're gonna say that the gentleman is Soto and. Oh, I know. Let's do it this way. Let's use this deck. Oh yeah, let's do this deck. My dad too, though, and brother, she is in mixed feelings because she doesn't like the idea of baby mama drama. My mom wants the traditional old school. He comes to the house, picks me up, etc., etc. Right. Okay. Well, if you're trying to choose, let's do this. We have two men. All right, you decide. Which one is Soto? The gentleman or the sexy man? We don't have to call him that. We can call him Mars, or this would represent Aries, and this would, okay, well, this is Rose man and Aries man, or Mars man. Who wants to be the gentleman? Soto? Oh, really? Divine Goddess? Another friend of yours who's a Leo? Mm. He also reached out to me some days back expressing his feelings for me. Wow, really? So many dramas here. My mind is going back and forth between the images like they're intertwining. Well, I just want to do a simple little exercise. So I'm just going to pick for myself. I'm going to say... I'm going to say Soto is the sexy man and Rubio is the gentleman. Okay? So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to shuffle these two, and whichever man comes out first is the one that Spirit wants you to consider. So, sexy man, Soto, gentleman, Rubio. Okay, I feel like I'm ready right now. Here we go. Ooh, something happening soon for you. The choice will be easy, and you'll find out soon, in a week. Yeah, I think your mind is like having trouble sorting through, and there's a lot of opinions happening here about it. And there's children involved. And it feels like a big, or that could be Divine Goddess's mountain. It feels like a big obstacle in the way. Somebody gives you gifts, and that always makes you feel like more loved when you get gifts. And there's good luck coming to you. And soulmate. And a lot of money. Oh, and a proposal. And a solution. And some words of affection. And choices, obviously. 2 choices. And You have to look at things very clearly, like don't make assumptions just on surface value, like look at the details of things. Have faith, like trust in God's plan for you. It looks like you could be getting married or moving in with somebody, or that's a very positive choice. Before the end of fall. Be careful though. It could be a false choice. There could be a lot of acting going on. You'll know though, you'll be guided. You might have to take a chance, take a risk. It could have something to do with the moon. Like I think tomorrow is a new moon. And this person will treat you like a lady. And your wish could come true. But you have a lot of emotions involved. There's a little bit of arguing. There's also another woman involved. There's travel involved. Also, a lot of paperwork involved. And a lot of thoughts and sleep and rest on it and transformation. And advice from older people. And a lot of chitter chatter and gossip. Oh my God. But what you seek is going to be stable, stability, and full of love. And oh, so much secrets. But it'll be a cozy home. Be careful though, there is still like there's sly detective energy. There's growth and abundance. Maybe an announcement, or maybe not an announcement, some kind of outdoor activity, entertainment, beautiful day with some clouds, partly cloudy. The mice want to take something away. Okay. It's Soto. It's Soto. I think after everything that you go through with Rubio, I think you're gonna end up picking Soto again. Would it really be a deal breaker for Soto? I mean, it's not like he hasn't moved in with another person. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, let's see. And so he wants to be the gentleman, but doesn't know how. And the divine goddess says, Cherry, by the way, you know there's another Leo. And he also reached out to me. And then Giggle says, my mind is going back and forth. And then divine goddess says, we were going to hike earlier, and I was like, I had no clue this was brewing in his mind. If I felt weird, didn't want to disturb the friendship when we have. So I slowly tried to manage it. I hope he took it well. I don't know. I just wanted to share. No cards pulled though for this. And Giggle says, remember how you said deal breaker? Would it really be a deal breaker for Soto? I mean, it's not like he hasn't moved in with another person. Okay, it's not a deal breaker because he's your twin flame. Nothing breaks the twin flame bond. So I feel like you can go through all of this if you want to. I think you can move in and go through all of that, all of this, and still Soto will be there for you, even after all of this. So it won't be a deal breaker. It'll just be an extremely complex learning experience. So yeah, I guess you could have them both if you want to. But the purity, like the pureness of the connection with Soto will be muddied a little bit, but he it's still there, you know. It's like, and I feel like it's still it's possible that it's something that you have to go through. And even with Soto's energy's still there, connected to you always in a thread, and you have to do your own learning and growing. So yeah, I think you'll have them both. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Don't worry about it. You keep both of them. I'd say be cautious how much you let Rubio get to know friends and family. Like really just keep an eye on him as you get to know him. But I mean, I feel like if it's a risk you want to take, if it's a chance you want to take, then take it. Maybe you have to maybe it's a lesson that you have to see through to the end and see what happens. Maybe you just have to see it. See I mean, maybe if the financial aspect of a roommate and all of that seems so easy and makes sense to you, and he's a likable, agreeable person that you like to be around, and you like his kids and all of that, and you maybe there's a way you can get around the baby mama drama if she's not even in the picture and she's into drugs and she's like kind of out of it all the time. Maybe it won't be that big of a deal. So, you know, we'll see. I told him he is in a vulnerable state and I'm trying to help them out. Yeah. So, should you let's see if the move card comes out of the kipper. Let's see. Should you change well the stork came out in the big stack. Yeah. You're not the only option for Rubio or for Christian. Or both of them. Well, there's a main male who wants to talk to you. I think that, yeah. The community I think, your family's feelings for Soto plays a very strong role in why you wouldn't choose him, because what they say mean a lot to you, weighs heavily. And something having to do with work too, like traditional things. They just see the traditional things about what a man is supposed to be like. Okay, and it looks like you will like take a trip, but something good is coming out of an experience for you. Like I feel like you're gonna be seen in a high regards by your family, whatever choice you make. I think that choice, if you move in with Rubio, your family's gonna approve. Yes, there it is. Yes, this is the moving card. Okay, I'm gonna read this one to you, and this one is about. It could be moving into your own place, but it's definitely could be moving in with Rubio. It's time to go. This card shows a hardworking porter in a flat workman's cap packing up your stylish furniture in a horseless carriage. You're moving from your old townhouse into better digs, and you don't plan to come back. It could also mean you're adaptable, but yeah, that's true too. This is a point in time for a change, and that might manifest that means a change in location or a social situation, relationships, etc. You could be changing physical locations or occupations or relationships, moving on from where you live or work, or change of career or relationship, taking some possessions with you, but space and circumstances require some to be left behind, physical and emotional. Okay, and it's coming soon. So I think you're going to make that choice. For one reason, one of the reasons is because it's a choice that maybe your family approves of, and it makes it easier on you to have their approval. So there you go. Okay. It does, but it's hard to keep things. What kind of things? Emperor came out. The divine masculine. Whoever you're gonna choose, the person who takes charge. And Soto's not really taking charge. He is your soulmate, your twin flame, somebody bound to your soul, but he's not taking charge in the way that you want him to, in more of a traditional material way. And that's what your family wants, and that seems to be what you want. So yeah, you don't have to keep things, though. Actually, it said to leave things behind, some things behind, not to take everything with you, but take some things. But we went through that with Pena, remember? Christian Pena was more of the material guy. So that seems to be your big question, something that you have to resolve within yourself. What's more important to you, like a physical comfort or a spiritual journey? But we all have that question a lot in our lives as well. Yeah. So I think like the issue here is not about two men. It's about you, about two ideals, two lifestyles, two ideals. Like maybe you know, like I know me and you, like when we've talked, there's been other times where my, you know, advice or the spirit's advice was to be on your own and don't be with any man, you know. And I'm not saying do that necessarily, because sometimes we learn a lot about ourselves by being in a relationship. And maybe that's what you have to see this time. You have to see for yourself if this is exactly what you want, you know. I never verbally told him that I want him to hold me when I'm crying, etc., etc. Aww. Oh, and the thing about the twin flame is you never stop thinking about them. They're always there. And so it's not always fair to, like, people, if you date around and you date other people, you know, they want you to be 100% into them, and your mind is always a little bit on the other person. That's not always too fair either. But like you said, we're living in times where it's not either or anymore. It's like we're all like connected. All of us, all our souls, soulmates, soul families, soul tribes, we're all connected. So it's like you can have everybody. You can, but it's hard like when not everybody's in this same kind of like free love mindset, you know? Not everybody's thinking it's like not the 60s, although, it could be again, because Pluto moved into Aquarius and we're all going to start acting a little Aquarian free love again. So you just never know. Oh, your brother hurt you? My brother hurt me by saying, "Are you okay with him finding the one with somebody else?" With Rubio or with Soto? So, options, for Romeo and yes, they were. Oh, about Soto. Well, and I think the reason why it hurt because it might be a fear for you because you did go through that with Soto. He was with somebody else and you knew that, and I knew that that wasn't his, you and he were twin flames and that was not, and she was a karmic. And it hurt you that he was with a karmic. And you might be doing the same thing now with Rubio, like he might be a karmic. And that maybe you have to experience it too. But I, I, I feel like your brother, I don't know, sounds like a very Scorpio thing to say, like a stinger. Like he may have done it innocently, not really knew, but really the one is you and you're each other's one, but when you're twin flames, it's complicated because it's not like a one of those romantic soulmate type stories. It's a really um triggering, if it can be one of those romantic stories, but in the movies and it usually is resolved in a couple of hours, or if it's a Bridgerton show it's resolved in a few weeks. But if when it's real life, sometimes it can't be resolved even within years. Sometimes it takes longer than even a few years, in a twin flame relationship it can take a long time to finally get to that place where you've grown and you both have to get there, and sometimes it takes a longer time for the guys to get there. Oh, your brother, he needs to stop it. Yeah, it's just complicated. I don't know why. I guess it's part of our growth. It's meant to be that way. But anyway, Giggles, I'm gonna go ahead and go. Now I'm finally starting to peter out a little bit. I'm sorry, Jai. I'm done for the night. I've been here 3 hours now almost. All right. Well, next time, Giggles, we can dive more into it, okay? And maybe do a little meditating and see, what your soul and what your heart and soul comes up with. See if you get any spiritual guidance on the matter. Until then, though, faith, trust, and pixie dust. Good night. Yeah, shadow work.